to talk about what you need to do to pass your test. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. When you get in the car, you want to put on your seatbelt. That's the first thing you always need to do. Next, you want to make sure your mirrors are properly adjusted. There are three. There's an inside mirror that's right here. There's one to the left, the driver's side, and there's one in the passenger side. Once your mirrors are adjusted, you should have walked around already and looked to make sure you're not going to back into anyone or see anything on the ground. You put your foot on the brake. This car does have a push to start. Some cars are like this, some cars are not. Now we're gonna wait because this parking lot is full of people. We're in a downtown area. This could be downtown Chicago, downtown Detroit, downtown Dallas, Texas, downtown LA. You always look around. So another car's backing up. I'm just gonna wait. There's nothing you can really do. If you're in a hurry, you're going to have an accident. So we are not trying to have an accident. Parking lots are very dangerous places. People are backing up. People are walking through cars. Pedestrians are hit and killed all the time. So we are looking. I'm checking. I'm looking over my shoulder. I have a backup camera, but I'm not relying on that. I'm looking. You see me really looking. And then I'm going to turn out hand over hand. If you just popped in, we're talking about how to drive, what you need to do. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. Okay, this is the outside view. We want to go in the nearest lane. Turn in the nearest lane. When you take your test, you should be expected to know where to turn and when to turn. A lot of beginners hit the gas too hard, they overturn, they end up crashing. So we want to be mindful. We want to be slow. On your test, you'll be going through a residential area like this. The speed is about 35 miles an hour. If you go over the speed limit, you will fail automatically. So you got to be mindful of pedestrians, parked cars, hidden yield signs, such as there's a hidden yield sign right here. And then I look and check, squeeze my brakes. And then these pop-up traffic lights. These lights will change very fast. So you don't want to be caught running a light. What I need you to do, we're going to figure another method, Jackson, to get my information to you. And don't worry, I did not receive your email. Maybe it's going to spam. But I definitely want to get that to you so you can reach out to me. I want to help you get your license. So I do appreciate you. You truly dedicate and support me. So the least I can do is help you in any way I can. So we're about 35 miles an hour. Car to the left, car in front of us, pedestrians to the right. When you're taking your test, you've got to look around. Don't assume anything. Kids hide between cars. Cars will pop up and pop out. I got you, Jackson. I said I would, and we'll figure it out. It could be a safety feature on the platform where I put in my email and maybe only a portion of it comes out. But we'll figure. I'll get it to you. I'm not worried because you are very supportive. Like that car, they just kind of popped up at the edge. Next, once we get through this service drive, I'm going to get you guys on the expressway. I'm going to show you what you need to do. It is a lot of heavy traffic, but this is rush hour. And if you live in a large metropolitan area, and here's another stop sign, you want to stop for 3 seconds. I'm going to count. 1001, 1002, 1003. Minimum 3 seconds. If you do a rolling stop, that's another automatic failure. You will have anxiety when you're driving. You're going to have someone evaluating you, looking at you, not really talking. I'm here to tell you. So this yield sign, I'm going to go up to this next one. I have to yield. So you're going to see me yield and slow down. And then I'll look over my shoulder. There's a lot of traffic. So I'm going to have to make a decision. Do I want to go on the expressway? Do I want to take a service drive? You see me looking over my shoulder. You as beginning drivers, you have to look around. You can't rely on a piece of glass here in the middle, to the right, to the left. You better be looking over your shoulder. You better be checking your blind spots because cars will come up in your blind spot. You think you clear, you turn on your blinker, you hit a car. Unfortunately, on your road test, if you hit a car, that's automatic failure. I'm going to switch to view back. Okay, I'm going to make a decision to get on the expressway. I'm going to turn on my left blinker. I don't want to change lanes through the intersection. I want to change lanes after. Now I'm going to get over, and you're going to see a good merge. Hopefully I'm at about 42 miles an hour. I'm going to try to get behind this silver car, and I'm at about 51. I want to lift my foot, keep a little space. On your road test, they're going to get you in and off the expressway. If you were taking your test, what would be on, you would get off at the next exit. That blinker's okay. Kind of caught me off guard, but I want to be a defensive driver. So let's pretend you were with me on the road test. This truck cut in front of us, bigger vehicle. I'm squeezing my brakes, and you can see the flow slow down. Don't tailgate. And I'm squeezing really easy. I'm just taking my time. I'm going to be courteous and let this other car come over. Your road test will also look for you to just show confidence. It's really easy for me to tell you this. Oh yeah, you've been driving. I treat it as if all of you who take the time to watch me, I want to show you what you need to do. I'm going to switch screens again. I want you to be confident in yourself. Confidence comes through gradual exposure. I had to learn how to drive. I had to go through the process. All of you who take the time to listen will go through the process. I want to do my best to show you. See, I'm looking ahead. I'm squeezing my brakes. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at the traffic. I'm keeping my distance. You have to have confidence, and I want to show you how. Okay, we're at 37. The speed limit is 65. We can't go 65. The flow is picking up. I'm feeling good. We're moving pretty good. We're at about 57 miles an hour. But I don't want to go too fast, because if I go too fast, I'm going to hit this Jeep in front of me. And then if you were on your road test and I was your tester, I can't tell you slow down, but I would mark you down. I'm going to go ahead and get over one lane to the left. Sometimes that car merging on can be a source of anxiety. So I'm keeping my space. Now I'm in the middle lane. The middle lane is the smooth lane. I can see traffic to my left pretty good. Traffic to my right. I'm at 63. The speed limit is 70. It's really bright out. 51 degrees. So you can see those cars kind of picking up, speeding up real fast. I just want to stay consistent. I want to stay smooth. Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a lane change. So it's mirror, turn signal, and blind spot. I'm looking over my shoulder. Don't look over your shoulder. When you check your blind spot, you're straight ahead. You can see my eyes. I'm trying to look straight ahead, but also I'm trying to show you what a beginner will do. If I look at the line, which I'm focusing on the line, I'm starting to drift to the right, literally. So that feels uncomfortable. And if I looked a little stressed, I am, because it's heavy traffic, right? And traffic will make you feel, now I'm squeezing my brakes real easy. I don't want to slam brakes. I don't want to get rear-ended. So I'm going to get over one lane. And I'm trying to be very deliberate. When you're driving with your mom, your dad, your caregiver, be deliberate. I have a brake because I'm in a driver's seat car. I have a passenger side mirror. Your parents won't have this. I'm taught to drive people who've never driven before. How do I feel right now? I got a little bit of anxiety. It's a little stop and go. My heart's beating a little bit. You do have a little bit of an adrenaline rush. I'm not late for anything, but this heavy volume of traffic, this could be downtown Detroit, Atlanta, Georgia, Houston, Texas, Louisiana, Shreveport, Louisiana. You have to be smooth, go with the flow, and don't let people cutting you off or tailgating you irritate you, because you will get irritated. So I'm going to flip the screen back, and I want you to see this. Okay, so we got 60 to 100 cars. I'm about one car length away, which is fine. but I don't want to get any closer. It's a car length for every 10 miles an hour. If you have questions, put them in. So I'm in the middle lane. I feel good. I'm not worried about cars cutting me off that bad, but I'm fine. Oh, that's a beautiful Impala. That black car to the right. Woo! Beautiful Impala. This person with the trailer, larger blind spot to our right. So I want to keep moving and not hang around that person hauling the trailer. And I'm trying to keep my distance, which is hard. What am I doing? I lift my foot off the gas. Now I'm squeezing my brake. I'm using the ball of my foot. Oh, here's another tip. Wear thin sole shoes. Don't wear hard Nikes. Don't wear Jordans. Crocs are good. I'm not sponsored by Converse. Converse are good shoes. You want to pivot your foot between the gas and brake. Those of you who are listening, you're getting your driving lesson right now. I'm at 23, the speed limit is 70. There's nothing we can do. We stay here, we cruise, we're not aggressive on the car ahead of us, because I don't want to be aggressive and tailgate and make people mad, because that's going to make them road rage, slam brakes. I'm still at 47. Traffic is starting to move a little bit. Cars who need to get off at this exit are in the left lane. I'm at about a 2-car space cushion. The flow is starting to pick up, and my heart is picking up a little bit more. As you go a little bit faster, we're at 51. Okay, now the flow is picking up more. It's almost like you're in an airplane. Okay, I'm at 66 right now. They kind of cut us off. Kind of dangerous. They say people who have stickers on their car a lot tend to road rage. I was looking at a longitudinal study about that. It's really easy, like, to focus really carefully, and I don't want to lose focus. Still at about 65, 66. And I'm lifting my foot again because I'm moving too fast. The most common collision is a rear end collision. So you want to keep space. Traffic is moving. You're going to see this really beautiful old school Impala from the 90s. It's a 96 SS, yes. I think it's got the LT1 motor in there. So there's a semi truck ahead of us, so there's nothing we really can do. We're moving pretty good. This curve also will give you some anxiety. I've had a lot of students or clients, sorry about the bumps. We, in our state, we just don't have the governmental support to fix our roads. I do apologize for that. But those bumps can cause you to lose control. So I'm going to get over one lane. I'm going to accelerate through. You saw how I accelerated through, but I didn't cut off anyone. Because what goes around comes around. And if you're driving rude and aggressive and crazy, that's how people are going to treat you. They're going to treat you like you're some crazy person and run you off the road. I really do believe that I have a personal responsibility to show you how to drive, because I'm a state certified driving instructor, and I'm really trying to do my best to show you real life. Anyone can drive in the neighborhood when there are no cars, but I'm going to show you during rush hour, and I'm managing pretty good. I'm not 100% perfect, but no one is perfect in driving conditions. I'm lifting my foot a little. I don't want to tailgate. That rear car cut off. I don't like cutting off. I always signal because I want to be predictable. If you were driving with me, I would give you that support. And then we're by the semi truck. Oh my God. Oh man. I'm trying to stay away from that truck. Never, ever, promise me, never ever cut off a semi truck. That's the worst thing you can do as a driver. Don't cut them off. So how do I feel right now? I got some adrenaline going. I'm trying to manage my speed. I'm not trying to be overly aggressive on the throttle. I'm trying to keep up with the flow. And when you're driving, if you go too slow for the conditions, you need to get over to the middle lane or right lane. If you're going too fast for the conditions, you're going to set off anger, road rage, and frustration. I'm trying to help you, so now I'm going to switch back because this curve is pulling me out a little bit. Okay, so we're moving at 70. I'm keeping good space. I'm trying not to be overly aggressive. I'm trying to look ahead, and it's hard for me to see around this truck. So you don't want to tailgate the truck. I'm lifting my foot, but we're still coming right up on top of this truck. So now I'm going to squeeze my brakes because there's a gray Impala behind me, like a 2010 or 12. They're coming up pretty fast, so I don't want to get rear-ended. This is called your space cushion. And if you're looking at this right now, you need to be taking notes. You're getting some solid information on driving, speed control. And I want this to be a virtual driving lesson so you can ask questions. So I'm lifting my foot and we're at about 65. And that seems to be a comfortable speed. If I go 5 miles an hour faster, I'll be right on top of this silver vehicle. I'm looking ahead. It's probably about 15 cars ahead of me, but there's a big gap. So this means hopefully it's clear driving. I'm gonna stay in this lane. I don't try to make multiple lane changes. I try to find a lane, stay in the lane. See, they're getting over. Okay, that's good. Oh, I see brake lights, so I'm lifting my foot. Driving it is an art. It's kind of like learning to paint. Everyone kind of throws paint on the paper, but as you learn, you'll learn to have good brush strokes, good steering control. And how am I staying in my lane? I'm using the yellow line to the left. We're in North America, we drive on the right. And I'm using the broken white line. I want to stay centered. A lot of beginners, I see brakes. And if you look at my distance, I kind of have the most space because I really want to be safe. And if you have a good driving record, you can get good insurance rates. If you have a good driving record, you might get a lower price on a vehicle because a lot of companies do pull your driving record. So because I'm a driving instructor, I value good driving and I want to stay smooth and consistent. So things are pretty good. We're losing a little bit of speed. We're moving along pretty good. Now in a mile, I need to get off, so I want to start planning. So I'm gonna have to get over. I just looked over my shoulder. There's that Impala, that SS that he or she's flying in that car that's over 20 years old. And I'm gonna get over one more lane. You see how I slide into the lane? Now I'm lifting my foot. Because if one car starts speeding, a second car and a third car. So I'm gonna squeeze those brakes. And what is the speed difference? About 10 miles an hour. We're at 55, middle lane 65, the other one is about 70 or 75. And if you can't drive at a faster speed, get in the slow lane. Don't hold cars up. If this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. Leave a like, leave a share. So we're getting off at this clover leaf. I want you to see this. So I'm slowing down here. I need to be at 30, I'm at 60. I'm going double the limit. Gotta get on those brakes. I'm at 40. And that black car up there is a longer wheelbase car, so centrifugal. See how far they go out to the edge? We're in a smaller car, so we can have more maneuverability than they can. Traffic's moving real nice. I'm just taking my time. Just going up real easy. And then I have to to get over one lane, so I want you to see this. Now, this is a trap, because if you go really fast, see how that truck just cut over? That's a trap. He set me up to fail. I want you to see it. Cars will just cut over because they don't want to stop. What I've learned is just be patient. We're in no hurry. Our fuel's good. We're not late. Be patient. Why are you speeding? Slow down. Because if you drive fast, you're going to have slam brakes. You're going to get rear-ended. You're going to hit a car, and then you'll fail your test. I'm going to clean the windows. There's a little road crime now. That should be better. Okay, got a question on the freeway. Yeah, pop them in. I have about 10 minutes. If you got questions, put them in. Because I have to go drive a client in about 10 minutes. So if you got questions, put them in. I'm here for you. I want you to see this heavy. Okay, I'm not going to run this light. It's not worth it. This car, boom. They're going through. They weren't even going to stop. I saw that black Ram going back, doing about 40, and I was slowing down to about 15. You do that and run a light, you're going to fail. Why would you even do that? So this is the question and answer time. This is when you ask me questions, hands on the wheel, camera, ask these questions. You know, speed control is the most consistent thing. I wanted to show you that. Being a courteous driver, using your blinker, looking over your shoulder, left, looking over my right shoulder. Make sure your mirror's adjusted. You don't have to be the fastest, but you cannot be the slowest. Sometimes I spent time in the middle lane. Do you simply just get over fear? You do. Over time, you do get over your fear, but it's a gradual release. You got to start in the neighborhoods, making right turns, making left turns. Then you got to get on these side streets. I would not put you in the road right now with all this traffic, because you're just going to be really nervous and tense. But I would get you in the neighborhoods, right? I would get you to make right turns and left turns. I'm going to switch back. Okay, so you look left and right, go into the nearest lane. Once you get more comfortable, I would have you out in this type of traffic. We'd be making right turns, left turns, and I want you comfortable. If you're tense and nervous, you're not really going to learn what you need to. And then you and I would talk, and you would tell me what you feel comfortable with. That's what good instructors do. They give you that support. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you. You got questions, leave them in. Bye.